So now on to task 3, and task 3 says not all students will end up going on the trip. For example, they might not have paid. Modify the programme so that it gives overall totals for the cost charged and the amount of money collected, output whether the school trip has made a profit or loss or broken even, and the amount of the final balance. So this is quite a nice little simple easy task. Basically what we need to do is we need to concentrate on that paid array. If the students have paid, once we've entered all the data, then we can work out how much money we've got and how much money the cost of the trip is going to cost us, which we've already done in task 1, and we can work out the difference between the two and say whether or not we've made a profit. So the first thing we need to do is to work out how much we have received from the students, and that's really easy because the total received is going to be the paid array, the length of the paid array, i.e. how many students have paid, times the previous cost per student. That's how much we are going to get off them per student. So we times that by the cost per student. So if we just print that out as well, total money received is going to be total received and then we can compare that to the amount of money that the cost of the trip is going to be. So we've got that already as well. The total cost of the trip is there. So we can say, again, if we print that out at the bottom here, print the total cost of trip, like that. And what we can say is we can say, if the total received is greater than the total cost of the trip, then we've made a profit. We've made a profit, so we can work out how much that is. So that is the total profit or total received. I keep spelling these incorrectly. Look, it's I before E, except after C, and a load of exceptions normally. But I'll do it with an E and an I. The total received minus the total cost of the trip. So let's just check that's right. Let's just do a really short version to make sure that that works. It's always quite good to check bit by bit in these stages. So let's just run that, check that that's okay, enter the number of students who are going, who are estimated to go. So we'll say 40, and we'll enter some students and make sure that they have paid, so that we've got lots of money. I'll just do them really easy. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop that. I'm going to rerun it and with a smaller number, because otherwise we'll be here all day watching me type this data in, and it's fine to test with smaller amounts of data. So I'll just say we've got 5 students going, and we'll get 6 students going overall, and then that should work. I'm not typing this in correctly, but it doesn't really matter. It's just for test purposes. And so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more. And that will be it. -1 to quit. There we go. So total money received 840. The total cost of the trip is 700. Profit made is 140. So that's fine, because the cost of the student is 140. We've got 6 students going instead of 5, so that looks like it's correct. So that means that if we go back to the code, we can say elif the total received is less than the total cost of the trip, then we've made a loss. and our loss is going to be the total cost of the trip minus the total received. So let's test that as well, and I'll do it with a short number. Again, I'll just do it with 2 people or something like that, and only one person is going to go. So I'm going and I've paid. It's going to be a lonely trip for me, and that's it. There we go. So the total money received, 305, the total cost of the trip, 610, loss made of £305. Good. So else, then we're going to break even. Let's test that as well. We don't need to do any calculations because the total cost and the total received is the same. So if I again have 2 people going, and I'm going, and I've paid, and Bob is going, and he's paid, and that's it, then we've broke even. Good. Okay, so that's it. That's all 3 tasks done, and nicely done. Good.